Hi, I'm Klug. You may know me because of what I've been able to do on my snowboard. I'm proud of my Olympic success. I love my life, and I look forward to every challenge that snowboarding and life throws at me. But there's one challenge that I never ever expected. I'm here today because of an organ donor.
Klug, we had a chance to talk to Klug about his second chance after receiving a liver transplant 3 years ago. He's here to make the most of it, he says, as well as to raise awareness so that others may get the same opportunity.
Gotta be Klug! A 6'2", 207-pound Klug. So that means Klug will be the man today. He'll be the Jeep King of the Mountain.
So who could easily be called the Miracle Man?
There's a life-saving decision that we can all make, no matter what age that we are. And as you're about to see, one simple decision can end up being the most special and important way to share your life.
It's probably the most noble thing anybody can do is to donate that organ.
You never know when you're going to need one. You never know when you're going to die. You have the opportunity to donate life and give life.
Death can come alive. From one person passing away and being an organ donor, his organ, his heart, his kidney, his lung, his liver, hers, anybody's, can be used in another person, and within that time, you can save that other person's life.
Right now, at any given moment in America, there are nearly 87,000 people in need of an organ transplant. And every day, at least 17 of those people die waiting.
They're waiting for lungs, hearts, kidneys, livers, intestine, pancreas, and thousands waiting for tissue transplants. It's very important to be a donor for that reason, because one donor could save and improve the lives of up to 50 people.
As a director for the Coalition on Donation, Karen Garcia regularly prepares presentations for students to let them know transplantation works and that each one of us has the potential to save or enhance the lives of others through donation. As the Quilt of Life in her office shows, many students have already shared their ultimate gift of life.
You never know what's going to happen to you. You look at the person sitting next to you right now. They might not be there tomorrow. Do you know what your best friend, what your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother would want? And it's very important to talk about. We teach our kids and teach students to talk about sex and drugs and other things, but not about donation. And donation is about giving life, so it's a very important topic, and we just want them to talk about it in their families. And it's very important for the student to say, "Look, Mom, Dad, this is something I really want for myself. We need to talk about this, because if something does happen to me, I want to be able to save lives."
21-year-old Lamar Morris was a senior in high school when he suddenly started feeling chest pains and shortness of breath.
Nobody was expecting this to happen to me. Youngest, big, tall. Nobody ever thought that, hey, Lamar is going to need a heart transplant. Out of the blue, nobody would have thought that, hey, he's going to get sick and, become so weak at one point that he can't lift his arm. Nobody saw that coming.
Lamar is one of the lucky ones in that not one, but 2 donors became available after Lamar went into cardiac arrest.
I remember just waking up with a new heart. Everybody asking me, do you know what you went through? I'm like, tell you the truth, I don't remember.
We transplanted him, but unfortunately that donor heart didn't work. So we had to put him back on the heart lung machine and then wait. And luckily, the second time, a donor became available within 8 days. That allowed us to retransplant him.
I would not be here right now, and I'm so thankful that that person was an organ donor. If he wasn't an organ donor, I do not know if I would be here today.
The fact that we're able to save his life is because somebody is willing to make that donation beforehand.
Today, thanks to a successful heart transplantation, Lamar's life is back to normal. He works out each day on his treadmill. He works on his car, thanks to the part-time job he now has with an auto parts store in South Florida, which is helping him pay for his college education and his dream of someday becoming a pharmacist.
Yeah, before I got the heart transplant, I wanted to be a lawyer. The doctors often joked about it. I was like, And it's like, oh, you want to be a lawyer? He's like, maybe we shouldn't have saved him. And when I said, no, I think of becoming a pharmacist, it's like, good work, good answer, good answer.
The success stories of people whose lives have been turned around and saved by a transplant can be found everywhere. From an athlete who competes in the transplant games to celebrate her new life.
I received a liver transplant. I've always been an athlete, and I got sick for about a year prior to my transplant. And I was given 2 weeks to live, and 11 years later, here I am.
To a champion snowboarder who, after a life-saving liver transplant, went on to win an Olympic medal.
Well, I think my story really, it shows that transplants do work, that it's now mainstream medicine, that we're not experimenting here any longer, that transplant patients are out there winning Olympic medals now and healthier, more active than ever. And I'm just so grateful to modern medicine that we've made such advances that now I can go out there and still pursue my dreams and do what I love to do. And obviously forever grateful to the whole donor community. I think donors are real heroes.
And the next hero or organ recipient could be any one of us. That's why it's so important to make that decision to donate and share that decision with your family.
There are no barriers, there's no age limit, there's no color, there's no sex, there's no discrimination when it comes to the gift of life.
It's an amazing gift for a family to give. A phenomenally wonderful gift.
And that's why it's so important to talk to your family about what you want, because your family needs to know your wishes so they can make sure your wishes are carried out. The pictures and faces that you see behind me are people who saved lives, and that's what their legacy is. They donated life and gave the gift of life to many people.
I'm here today because another family gave me a second chance. I'm forever grateful for that and humbled by that. I'm lucky to be alive today. And every day I thank God and I thank my donor family for the decision to donate. To receive the gift of life really is a humbling experience. And I'm always going to be grateful for my second chance. I'm living proof that transplantation works. And each one of us has the potential to save or enhance the lives of others through donation. So please share your decision and share your life, because donation really is a way of life.